Hello, this is August 13th, 2022. This is video number 24 in my series, Our Courts Are a Joke. Now, if you notice, I'm wearing the same shirt for the last three videos. I'm cutting these all at once and just trying to keep them short enough so they upload without too much difficulty. Again, this is not professional legal advice, just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man who has lost the last 16 years of his life in family court. Excuse me. I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. Please subscribe to my channel. Please spread the word to any man, even if you haven't been in family court. Spread the word to those that might be. We really need to. Excuse me. Sorry. We need to organize. We need to get ourselves together, and that come together not in anger, and but just come together in an organized fashion. That we need to change the laws around family situations in Ontario and in Canada in general. So if you're married, you're under the Federal Divorce Act. And if you're common law or, and other situations too, but support is done through provincial law. So there's the Ontario Family Law Rules, the Ontario Family Law Act, and the Canadian Federal Divorce Act. So here in Ontario, there's you have to deal with three different set of rules, and then throw in rules of civil procedure, which is also kind of governs how things are done in court. So now I started talking on another video about how if you lose that first motion or that first trial or whatever, it's all downhill after that, and it's really hard to get another judge to change what a previous judge did, because they don't want to do that, right? They don't want to start bickering amongst themselves. Nobody wants to overrule somebody else. So you really have to, prove that, something was wrong, and not just a little mistake, but a big one. And, like I say, they just really just don't seem to want to do that. Now, pretty much every judge I've been before has been a woman judge. Now, that's great. Women equal rights, or lawyers and everything too. That's great, judges, but, my experience is these women judges are going out of the way to screw men over. And, we really need to get organized and start fighting back. And how that can be done, I'm not sure. Maybe if our courts were televised or on the internet or something, they would have to, and they should have to answer. They should have to, answer for the decision. You should be able to interview them afterwards on television to say, well, why did you come to this conclusion on this or that conclusion on that? They should have to speak to that. I know in Justice Kraft, in her judgment, I mean, she just ignores, chapter after chapter after chapter of evidence. And, how can you ignore that, right? Like, it's just... But Justice Kraft, she wanted to make sure Vivian ended up with the condo and the kids, and just kind of work backwards from there, and just, steer the story whichever way you got to go to get to that, right? And, she also didn't like the fact that I said some comments about Justice Conway in my first divorce about how she screwed me over. And, so one judge doesn't want to hear that about another judge, so she screwed me over that much more. Now, of course, you can't go to a court and say a judge screwed you over, right? And in fact, I'm reading, in self-help legal stuff that, never say anything bad about another judge, right? So that was, excuse me, a mistake of mine. I should have been more prepared for those questions. Of course, that was all based on stolen evidence too, that before Justice Kraft, and I said, this is stolen. They were asking me stuff on the stand about, what's this, this page and that page. I said, this is stolen. Why is this here? Why is this allowed? This is stolen. My lawyer kind of didn't, didn't step up and do something about that. And, that's a big, part of my argument is, so my ex, Vivian and I, she says we separated in September 6th, 2016. I didn't move out till, December 30th, 2020. And, she just went through my paperwork at will, stole stuff, went through my phone, took pictures of text messages I'd sent to friends, erased all our text message history. And just, whenever I was at work, she just read whatever she wanted. She stole the file, of the purchase on the condo that we lived in. And I got that back at our first case conference. And like, just, there doesn't seem to be any rules that apply to the woman. It's they just seem to do whatever they want, right? And so anyway, getting back to what I was doing this video about, you got to win that first motion. You really need to be prepared. you need to be prepared if you think there's any problem in your marriage and you might end up splitting up. I highly suggest put some work into trying to stay together. That's, I think, the first thing. Leave no stone unturned trying to stay together. And if that doesn't work, be prepared. Be prepared that you're going to split up, and go take some trips. Spend your money. Don't just go buy a motorcycle or something, because that's still an asset, right? So there are laws of if she thinks you're intentionally depleting your assets. There are laws around that, so be careful about that. But take some trips, do what you want to do, have some fun, and try to lower your income. They show the last 3 years of your income, so don't work overtime, don't work a second job, whatever. Lower your income as much as you can. Get her ass out the door, working as well. Get her income up, get yours down, and prepare yourself. Start hiding some assets, or start spending your money, and don't let it all go to court, because she's going to get half, right? So anyway, that concludes this video. Again, this is not professional legal advice, just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man completely screwed over in the family courts of Ontario, and fighting for justice. And this seems to be my life plan. It wasn't mine, but this seems to be where my higher power has sent me, that to fight for my rights in family court. So I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke at gmail.com. And please subscribe to my channel, spread the word, and you know what? We have to unite. Okay, thank you.